Have you ever considered what you'll need to get into the metaverse? Is your existing smartphone, laptop, or internet connection suitable with a new digital world? Is 5G or something greater required to enjoy the virtual world properly? In recent years, the digital universe has garnered a lot of hype, especially because some of the world's largest software corporations have opted to join the movement. Facebook has changed its name to Meta, but it isn't the only corporation working on the next generation of the internet. Other digital behemoths like Microsoft, Samsung, Amazon, and Tencent have been working on software and hardware to help with mobile internet resurgence. The race to the metaverse is growing increasingly cutthroat as more people become aware of it. As the globe becomes more linked than ever before, and as the epidemic forces individuals to go digital in whatever manner they can, a cosmos beyond the physical reality becomes appealing. Even though the new virtual world has not yet arrived, glimmerings of the metaverse have already arisen in gaming. The industry is expected to reach $814 billion by 2028. The buzz stems partly from the fact that remote and hybrid working has resulted in a significant shift in the way we work and socialize behind a screen. Developers built the digital realm to blur the barriers between online and real-life interactions. This characteristic denotes that the physical and virtual worlds will be smoothly blended. Millions or billions of devices will be connected in the virtual world, seeing material in virtual places as if they were in the real world. The metaverse has the potential to push out distant experiences even farther by creating a more immersive world in which we can connect, and telecom firms will play a critical role in this. We'll need lower latency, more bandwidth, and reliable connectivity to do this. The metaverse might be the ideal use case for 5G for telecom firms, since it provides the speed and capacity for VR and AR applications that more basic networks may struggle with. With augmented reality building virtual surroundings, the experience might eventually contain activities such as online shopping. Telecom corporations are focusing their efforts on the metaverse. This immersive virtual environment is yet to be realized entirely, but is considered by some as the way we'll work, socialize, and interact in the future. However, it's still unclear how their technology will interact with the metaverse and govern it. These telecommunication firms serve as portals into the metaverse. They are the entry point not just for connection but also for customer interactions. The consumer wants access to the digital world. Nearly 80% of humans require years to learn how to use landlines, autos, computers, and cell phones, which will be confirmed when entering this new world. A global metaverse needs worldwide internet access and low-latency infrastructure to function, which about half of the population now has. To ensure that everyone benefits from another revolutionary development in the information age, a fully realized metaverse must be worldwide. The metaverse's promise is beginning to be recognized in several industries, as it is an always-on digital realm driven by the internet and open standards. It may be seen in games, but it will have a good influence on telecom in the future. As a result, telecommunications corporations have invested in metaverse-based platforms which integrate numerous technologies to bring the internet to life. Why is this the case? Because 5G and the metaverse are inextricably linked. Interestingly, some companies are already using 5G and AR to improve the customer experience. Facebook debuted Horizon Workrooms, a social network VR experience powered by its Oculus headsets that allows users to collaborate and socialize with cartoony avatars. Still, it received a mixed response just a few weeks after its launch. Nvidia, not to be outdone, is developing its metaverse, dubbed the Omniverse, which will allow artists and creative content makers to collaborate in a shared virtual environment. Meanwhile, Nissan and NTT Docomo are using Nissan's invisible-to-visible or I2V system to create virtual dashboards, overlaying information from the car's onboard sensors on the windscreens and relying on the cloud to handle the more complex processing. Orange has contacted several parties working on the metaverse. The company has spoken with Meta about what the metaverse may anticipate from operators like Orange. We acquire products from telecom providers as customers today. They are smartphones, but someday they may be VR or AR spectacles. We also trust these telecom providers to steer us into the virtual world of connectivity and bandwidth. Now that we have fiber and 5G, we have a metaverse-ready connection that can expand with edge computing capabilities. This is because we know that the computing component of the metaverse will be crucial. You'll need to provide computer capabilities near to the metaverse's users. This is something that we can witness owing to our telecommunications providers. However, Trappier stated that there is still more work to be done in terms of developing new technologies and ensuring compatibility. There are a lot of places in the metaverse where telecom CEOs are spending right now. Their primary focus is developing their metaverse strategy and assembling the necessary teams and capabilities for this new technology. They're also forming alliances to help them advance their role and worth in the metaverse. In fact, according to Kathy Hackel, the godmother of the metaverse, 5G will not be adequate to support the metaverse. However, the key concerns of IT and telecom businesses are data and personal protection, as well as legislation. There have already been cases of harassment and violence in virtual worlds, and governments have yet to figure out how to control it. The metaverse is similar to the actual world in that you don't want awful things to happen there, just as you don't want them to happen here. This implies that a lot of thinking and technology will ensure that the metaverse is a secure environment, since it'll not thrive without it. Interoperability, as used in telecom network topologies, refers to moving fluidly across virtual areas while maintaining the same virtual assets. It should be as straightforward as switching from one website to another, but the complexity of a digitally linked world is a significant obstacle. To build a durable and constantly expanding metaverse, IT and telecom businesses must provide interoperable content and software across different platforms. The relevance of interoperability stems from the notion that no single organization could own the metaverse, and essential data and business intelligence must complement one another to give users a secure and complete experience. Telecom firms must handle this from a computational and financial standpoint to ensure that virtual economies can operate successfully regardless of the place of presence. What impact does the metaverse have on telecom companies? GSA announced that 176 5G networks have been established, having a presence in 72 countries and territories. This number is projected to rise as 461 operators in 137 countries or territories invest in 5G trials, license acquisitions, planning, network deployments, and launches. Mobile carriers have invested billions of dollars in 5G networks, so it's not unexpected that they're relying on a futuristic concept that potentially pays off in the long run. Between 2021 and 2025, GSMA Intelligence anticipates $720 billion in global expenditure on 5G networks. MTN, Africa's largest telecom firm, purchased 144 digital land plots of 12 by 12 meters in Africa Rare, the first African metaverse, opening in South Africa in 2021. The telecommunications behemoth becomes the metaverse's first African corporation with this transaction. This investment demonstrates MTN's dedication to fostering African innovation, since it is the first corporation on the continent to do so. According to the company's news release, with its presence in the metaverse, MTN seeks to boost its customer appeal through a variety of experiences blended with consumer passion points such as gaming and music. China Mobile, Verizon, and SK Telecom have leapt to construct platforms based on combining the digital world with real-life situations, recognizing the financial possibilities of the digital universe. Operators might make $712 billion in revenue by 2030 if they implement such inventive 5G apps, which they see as a win-win situation. Considering this, while cutting-edge metaverse applications are still in the conceptual stage, once they become popular, various ICT players such as service providers, MVNOs, and cloud hyperscalers can profit from the demand for fast connectivity, data storage, and dependable connection. Together, telecom and IT businesses might develop interoperable communication functions that speed installations, simplify maintenance, and link customers to many new services. Furthermore, delivering a turnkey 5G solution will allow virtual service providers to stay focused on their core business while transparently connecting to the real and virtual worlds. 5G and most likely 6G will drive next-generation connection, not only on Earth but also in its parallel world, sooner rather than later. As we've seen, the metaverse phenomenon will allow IT and telecom corporations to accelerate 5G adoption while also monetizing their existing investments. They may accomplish this by participating in the internal communication landscape and cooperating with external businesses to provide their consumers with the most pleasing hybrid experience possible. Will IT and telecom corporations create a metaverse that's more realistic than the actual world? Can these digital firms successfully capture humanity's conscience and alter the global narrative to their liking? Please share your thoughts in the comment section and don't forget to like this video if you appreciate it. Subscribe to our channel for more incredible videos about the metaverse and how to experience it.